From the start of the American Republic, the big question that obsessed Presidents Washington and Jefferson and Adams and all the way through to Lincoln was to make sure that the American continent would not become a second battleground for the European powers, each dueling for territory with constant warfare going on and power blocks competing against itself. And with the land stretching all the way out to the Pacific Ocean, and only the 13 colonies initially being under the control of the American government, this was a serious problem and had a lot to do with Jefferson's decision to buy the Louisiana Territory, so that area at least could be taken away from any potential European fight, and James K. Polk's decision to annex all the way out to the Pacific Ocean. But it was cast into plainest context by Abraham Lincoln, who felt that if the South succeeded in seceding and leaving the Union, that it would create the potential for warring confederacies and nations on the American continent. At the time of the War of 1812, there was a good chance that the Federalists in New England would vote to secede, and that remained a danger. The western states, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Missouri, and eventually Texas, all had the possibility of seceding. And you had the possibility of 3 or 4 countries in what is now the United States fighting against each other. And inevitably, they would make alliances with European nations that would back one over the other and could ultimately lead to the same kind of fratricide in America that dominated Europe until the end of the Cold War. Another example of this issue occurred during the Civil War when France tried to take over Mexico and sent Maximilian to become the Emperor of Mexico. And that could have spread into a French claim all the way up to the California, Texas, and the entire southwest of the United States, setting up a European-style conflict on the continent. The Monroe Doctrine was originally really designed by John Quincy Adams and James Monroe to preclude that kind of a conflict in the Western Hemisphere. But the ultimate issue at stake in the Civil War was not should the South leave the Union, but should the Union break up into a variety of small nations fighting against each other and bringing to another continent European-style warfare. Thanks for watching.